Hi, my name is Scott Cooper. This is Joe Sumlay from Via Christi Family Medicine Residency Program. We are here to review the brief neuro exam for you. So our intent here is to go over a very basic neuro exam. This does not replace a full neuro exam, but this will be hopefully a good starting place. And then as needed, you can delve further into each section based on clinical suspicion. Let's start with mental status and orientation. So I always ask my patient, can you tell me your full name?
Joseph Sumlay.
Can you tell me what month it is?
April.
Good. And who's the president right now?
Trump.
Great. Now I'm going to say three random objects, and I'm going to ask you to repeat them back to me after I say all three of them.
Okay.
Basketball, pineapple, school bus. Go ahead.
Basketball, pineapple, school bus.
Great. Now at the end of this exam, I'm going to ask you to repeat those three things, so try to remember those. Next, cranial nerves. We'll skip cranial nerve number 1, olfaction, and go right to cranial nerve number 2. And we'll test that with visual fields. So I'm going to ask you to look right at my nose, and with both hands at the same time, I'm going to say, tell me which one is wiggling.
Okay. Both.
Great. Now how about now?
No.
Good.
Both.
Perfect. Now for cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6, we will test the extraocular muscles with the H test. You can also do the T test. Great. At this point, you can also test the pupillary reflex to light, which is part of cranial nerve 3, and I usually use my phone for that. Next, cranial nerve 5. Sensation in all three distributions of the trigeminal nerve. Feel the same on both sides. Same on both sides. Same on both sides. Very good. Next, cranial nerve 7, the facial nerve. I ask them to close your eyes real tight and smile real big. Great. Now relax. Cranial nerve 8, does this sound the same on both sides? Great. Cranial nerves 9 and 10, I ask them to say ah, and I look for uvular deviation. Let's go ahead and say ah.
Ah.
Okay. Symmetrical. For cranial nerve 11, I ask them to shrug both shoulders straight up, looking for symmetrical strength. You can also have them turn their head to the side while you're testing the same muscles. And finally, cranial nerve 12, stick your tongue straight out and look for any deviation. Good. That's it for cranial nerves. Next is testing motor and remembering both the proximal muscles and the distal muscles. So let's start with the upper extremities. Bring your arms straight out like this, testing deltoid strength. Good. Now biceps on each side, go like this. Resist me. Good. Same on the other side. Good. Full strength, symmetrical. Now triceps, push away. Good. Good. Now wrist flexion and extension. Resist me. Good. Good. Now flip your wrists like that. Resist. Good. Good. And finally hand strength. Squeeze my fingers both sides. Perfect. Now lower extremity, starting with the hip flexors. Push straight up. Good. Flip straight up. Kick straight out. Good. Straight out. Good. Pull back. Pull back. Bring your toes straight up. Good. And down like a gas pedal. Perfect. That's it for motor. Next is sensation in all extremities. I keep this pretty basic usually. I, on both arms, ask, does this feel the same on both sides? Does this feel the same on both sides?
Yep.
You can also test hot versus cold, sharp versus dull, and vibration sense. That's it for sensory. Next, we'll go over reflexes. I usually focus on biceps, triceps, forearm, patellar, and Achilles. You can also do Babinski by scraping the bottom of the foot. So first, biceps, try to relax the arm. I place my thumb right over the tendon, or the biceps tendon. That's okay. Do I need to rest hands? Good. Next, triceps. Try to get your patient to totally relax their arm, palpate the insertion of the triceps tendon. And then again, striking my thumb directly over that tendon. I think I like striking the tendon directly.
Yeah, that's good. I just don't have any reflex.
Achilles. Good. And I'll skip the forearm. Try to totally relax. That's it for reflexes. Last, we'll go over special tests. In that category, I include coordination, gait, Romberg, and pronator drift. So this will include proprioception with the Romberg, and the pronator drift assesses the extrapyramidal tract, the upper motor neurons there. First, for coordination, I ask my patient to alternate hand flapping. Good. Then finger to nose. Take this pointer finger, touch your nose, back to my finger, back to your nose, back to my finger. Both sides of the midline. Now the other hand as well. Take that pointer finger, touch your nose, to my finger, back to your nose, back to my finger. Good. Then I'd have the patient stand if able, and check Romberg. Feet together, eyes closed. I won't let you fall. Stand there for 10 seconds, just assessing your balance. Then after 10 seconds, I'd ask them to put both arms straight out, palms up, and hold, eyes closed. This is looking for pronator drift. A positive sign would be dropping one of the arms. So the Romberg is to assess proprioception. If the patient is bedridden, you can also assess that with just moving their great toe, either up, neutral, or down, and asking the patient to tell you where their great toe is positioned with their eyes closed. The Romberg is to look for lesions in the extrapyramidal tract, the upper motor neurons there. Now we'll assess gait. So I like to have the patient turn and walk to the door on their heels, on their toes, and then walk back this way on your heels. Great. To conclude the neuro exam, I reassess their memory by asking them the 3 objects from the very beginning of the exam. Can you tell me those 3 objects from before?
Pineapple, basketball, and school bus.
Very good. That concludes our neuro exam.